Before we begin, I'd like to remind you that you can read the manga on its official website linked below in the description of this video. The chapter begins with Goku telling Gohan that the key he showed a few seconds ago was incredible, to which Gohan is surprised by the words of his father. Goku analyzes the area and mentions that this place is not the most suitable, so he suggests to Gohan to go to Barris's planet so that he can show him that. A confused Gohan asks him what he is talking about. So Goku's reference to this technique is that he wants to see how powerful it is. Gohan is a little embarrassed. He wonders if he should be dressed like this. And at this point, Goku tells his son to go and change as soon as he can, adding that he will be waiting for him right there. So Gohan quickly goes to get his puppy, and later Goku gets out of Carmine's car and asks Goten and Trunks what they're doing there. And his youngest son nervously comments that he went to Gohan's house to play, and asks Trunks if that is true, and the latter nervously answers in the affirmative. At that moment, Goku thinks a bit and suggests to Goten and Trunks to accompany them to the planet Beerus, surprising them while Carmine and number 15 get into the car. And moments later, Carmine orders his bodyguard to drive fast because they need to escape as soon as possible. But before they can do so, Goten and Trunks are pushed to the back of the car, confusing the villains. Goku mentions to his youngest son that he will use the vehicle to teleport them to the planet Beerus. And after this, Gohan leaves his house with his suit on and apologizes for the delay. His father tells him that there is no problem and asks him to get in the car, and so Goku teleports the vehicle to the planet Beerus, where we see Whis giving what appears to be a yoga session to Broly and his friends, while Vegeta and Beerus just watch. That is until they notice the arrival of Goku, who laughingly mentions that he finally brought them. Seconds later, Goten and Trunks are surprised to see the planet of Beerus for the first time, to see that his son also comes with them. Vegeta asks what he is doing there, to what Trunks tells him that Goku decided to take them with him. And on the other hand, Carmine and number 15 are surprised to see how out of nowhere have appeared in another place. And later, Goku tells Gohan that he knows he is someone incredible, so he asks him to give him a demonstration of his strength in combat. After this request, Gohan is incredulous at the idea of fighting against his father, and the aforementioned asks him if he will accept his decision, adding that it's been a long time since they have done something like this. So Gohan accepts, hoping everything will go well. And at that moment, Beerus asks him what the hell do they think they are doing? Well, he did not accept that they came to his planet in the first place. So Whis mentions that he does not see the problem in them being there, commenting to Beerus that they will probably see something interesting. Moments later, we see Goku and Gohan preparing for their fight. And Goku asks his son what his new transformation is, asking if it is Super Saiyan 2 or 3. Gohan replies that it's nothing like that, and reveals that the name of his new form is Beast, to which Gohan tells him that's the name Piccolo gave his new form transformation, and asks if that's cool. After this, Goku asks his son if he has already adapted to the Beast mode, and Gohan mentions that he has finally understood what he meant by always being prepared. So Piccolo helped him find the way to control his new transformation. And after these words, Goku comments that it was something to be expected coming from his master. And after that, Gohan tells Goku that Piccolo has also gained incredible power. And so Goku tells Gohan that in that case, he will be the next one he will have to face, adding that somehow everyone has become stronger without him realizing it. Vegeta asks Trunks if he also stood out in that battle, and Trunks nervously comments to his father that he did, declaring that he would have liked his father to have seen his combined attacks with Goten, to which Gohan, puzzled, asks if what they were doing at that moment were combined attacks. His brother tells him that they were, explaining that after all they are a duo, and exclaims that when they fight together there is no one who can defeat them. Vegeta shows a slight annoyance at what was said, and suggests to Goku to let Goten and Trunks to fight against Gohan first, surprising Goten and Trunks for that request, to which Goku, after thinking about it a little bit, accepts the suggestion, mentioning that he hopes that they will be able to make Gohan deploy his power before he fights against him. Goten sees that his father agrees to fight Gohan, and Trunks excitedly encourages him to do it, so his friend ends up accepting the challenge, stating that being 2 against 1, they can have a chance to beat Gohan. Gohan comments that they look very confident, and they laugh and keep this confidence. On the other hand, Broly asks Whis, who are these guys? And he reveals that they are the sons of Goku and Vegeta, which means that those three also have Saiyan blood. Surprising him with that statement because we must remember that this is the first time that Broly has contact with more people of his race. Because we know that in previous occasions he had been denied this. Meanwhile, number 15 mentions to Carmine that something is about to happen, so the aforementioned tells him that it would be better to stay hidden for now. But his bodyguard comments that his hairstyle will draw attention to what Carmine is trying to hide better. But at that point, Trunks speaks to the villains and asks them to record what is about to happen, and number 15 quickly gets up with his camera ready to film. Subsequently, Goten and Trunks put on their helmets and lunge at Gohan, exclaiming that the Saiyamans X1 and X2 go into action. As Gohan transforms into Super Saiyan, Trunks attacks Gohan with an Obi-Cycle punch, but Gohan manages to block it, while Goten launches his down cycle kick. But the result is the same. Followed by this, the Saiyaman retreat and then rise up in the air, and consequently, they then launch themselves at high speed at Gohan, using a double cyclone-style tornado typhoon. However, Gohan with a small jump dodges the attack, causing Goten and Trunks to end up crashing to the ground. Goku mentions that the children make too many useless movements. Gohan tells the Saiyaman that they shouldn't cover their heads with those helmets because it makes it difficult for them to see their opponent's movements, so they have no choice but to remove the helmets. Trunks claims that this is what gives style to their costumes. But then, Goten declares that from now on, they will fight in the traditional way, proceeding to transform into Super Saiyan. And consequently, Broly asks if everyone can transform into Super Saiyan at will. And Whis explains to him that this seems to be the case of the Saiyan on Earth. Broly does nothing but watch the fight with astonishment. Goten and Trunks attack Gohan, who does nothing but block their blows. And then Goten connects with a kick that causes him to retreat, and Trunks fires a ki blast that is deflected by Gohan. At that moment, Goten appears right behind his brother, ready to deliver a sledgehammer blow. But Gohan dodges the attack and moves away, being chased by the Saiyamans, who resume their attack until Gohan notices that they are approaching a tree. Gohan quickly climbs up and uses a branch to propel himself as Goku tries to attack, but is blocked by a blow from his brother, who throws bursts of energy at his opponents. However, these attacks go beyond the Saiyamans, because they use the Zanzoken, and the real Goten and Trunks appear behind Gohan, questioning if he is looking for them. But Gohan manages to evade them, and congratulates them for their ingenuity in battle, mentioning that at first he thought they were just playing without training, to which his brother, while positioning himself on a branch, declares that the heroes must stay strong. And for his part, Trunks goes on the attack, maintaining a brief exchange of blows with Gohan, where they both attack each other and block each other's attacks. What an incredible reference. Trunks continues with the words of Goten, saying that they remain strong for the people they want to protect, which Gohan understands perfectly. At that moment, Trunks attacks with a kick, but Gohan dodges it, and without releasing his opponent, performs a maneuver to throw him with great force. Then Goten rushes against Gohan, throwing a kick, but he evades it, and holding his leg throws him with Trunks. After this, Gohan prepares to raise the level of the fight, and proceeds to use his definitive state. And Goten tells his brother that using this form is cheating, calling the form by its name for the first time in the canon. So Gohan, when hearing this term, is puzzled, and asks what he means by definitive to this. His younger brother exclaims that they gave this name to this transformation because it had been a long time without one, but Gohan does not see the sense in calling it so, and Goten, somewhat annoyed, questions him if it is not a great name. On the other hand, Trunks suggests to his friend to increase his powers in the same way, referring to use the fusion. And after these words, Gohan asks them if they have not already failed with the fusion before remembering what happened in the previous saga. Trunks explains that they have been practicing since that occasion, so they would not have to make a mistake now. And moments later, Trunks tells number 15 to make sure to record what they are going to do, proceeding to perform the fusion dance, releasing the great wind current by the emergence of this one, which they did wrong, resulting in the Fat Gotens. Goku and Vegeta are surprised and embarrassed by this mistake, while Gohan is disappointed to see that they cannot do the fusion well. And therefore Gotens decides not to care about his condition and prepares to attack, starting at full speed. But Gohan, with a strong kick, sending the fusion flying and crashing. At the same time, Goku declares that it is finally his turn to face Gohan, and we see Broly looking expectantly at what is about to happen. And at the same time, Goten asks the number 15 to erase the record of his defeat. After this father and son bow like good martial artists, Goku is the first to act by directly accessing the full Ultra Instinct, telling Gohan that they better not waste any more time and use their most powerful forms immediately, to which his son agrees. Meanwhile, Beerus asks if the Ultra Instinct form is Goku's strongest form, to which Whis replies in the affirmative. And we then see Gohan concentrate and unleash a great blast of wind to then show his red eyes, and after a loud scream, go into beast mode, surprising his father and Vegeta to see this transformation before him. Goku mentions that it feels like a key storm, and after a few seconds, both warriors get into a fighting stance, ready to begin, while Vegeta can't help but smile slightly from the excitement. And at that moment, Goku and Gohan lunge at each other, initiating a frenzied exchange of blows, releasing powerful shockwaves that shake the entire place. So much so that Broly has to hold on to Lemmo to keep from being dragged away. And Gotenks quickly stops Carmine's car to prevent him and number 15 from getting hurt. Gohan launches a which is blocked by Goku, while we see how they both look at each other with a smile as a sign that they are enjoying the fight, and so they continue with their frenzy of attacks. So Beerus orders Whis to create a force field to watch the fight without much discomfort. This while we contemplate how the battle takes place at an impressive speed, shaking the entire planet with every clash of fists and kicks. After a few seconds, both warriors retreat, showing a devastated battlefield. And Goku tells Gohan that they must maintain the pace of fighting, to which Gohan agrees, while Beerus is furious to see the state in which they have left their planet, ending this chapter. And even friends, I hope you like this video summary. And if so, you know that with your powerful like, and with the subscription and with the little bell activated, you help me a lot. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.